Hi legends, how is everyone doing? Beautiful Friday, everyone getting ready for the weekend. What is happening with the price of Bitcoin? And as per my thumbnail, yes, a little bit of confusion going on here. No one really knowing what is happening with the price of Bitcoin. Are we going up? Are we going down? Real crazy price action. Let me switch myself on here so that everyone can see me. Hi legends. Hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to the live stream today. I'm missing my bottle of water over here. Let me know in the comments how everyone is feeling. Someone asked Karel van Grienen, not sure if you're from South Africa. You asked, do you have a chat group where we can ask questions during the day? Yes, inside of Discord. We are doing a relaunch. There's some exciting stuff coming in Discord and some great new value adds to the community. A little bit of call it a relaunch, maybe not a little bit, maybe like a big relaunch. And let me share my screen over here. For those of you, and I'm sure there will be a new link that's going to come up down in the description of this video, Legends Community. If you join now, I think there's a 25% discount. And yes, that's where myself and Andy share daily analysis, updates, speak to community members. That's where they have direct access to us asking questions. And yeah, that's the place to be, right? If you want the alpha first, that is the place to be. Also, Bluffin, 𝗞𝗄𝗍, and 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍 are the three exchanges that I use from a day trading perspective. Legends, welcome. Let's dive into the action over here. Or into the alpha. Let me call it the alpha. Nice to see you, Irina. Welcome. Peter, are you from South Africa? Gideon? Hi, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽. Welcome to the stream. Watch and listen. Like. Yes, smash up the like for the alpha. Legends, yesterday during my live stream, I shared a lot of alpha. I strongly recommend that if you want to learn to trade and you want some secret sauce in terms of what traders are not telling you, you go check out yesterday's live stream. I actually feel bad for giving away too much alpha in that live stream, but that's what I'm all about, okay? I'm here to educate. Now I'm from the US, Virginia, live in Germany. Okay, that's why the name makes sense. Okay, the name makes sense because we also have a lot of Peters here in South Africa. Peter, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. And what was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. Okay. So, legends, I gave away a lot of alpha yesterday during the live stream. So, what I wanted to show you is if you go into the channel, click on the live stream section or the live video section, go check out, do yourself a favor, go check out yesterday's live stream. Okay, a lot of alpha was dropped yesterday in yesterday's live stream. And although the analysis might be old, there was a lot of tips and tricks shared. And for those of you joining the stream again today, like Valerie and Mr. Dev over here, always a regular person here inside the live stream, you'll know exactly what I mean. Right, legends, what is happening with the price of Bitcoin? What I also want to do is I thought I was busy with so many other things today, didn't really have a chance to look at the chart. But what I would like to do today is I want to make this live stream about you, okay? So if you have a trading question that you've always wanted answered, or you have a question about anything related to trading or even a personal question to myself, that's fine. Ask away and I will try and get through as many comments as I can over here and try and explain my view on things. I mean, I'm not perfect. I know I do not know everything, and I will not pretend for 1 second that I know everything. If I don't know, I'll simply say I don't know. So yesterday, someone asked a question about fair value gap, but they used the abbreviation. I've never used or seen that abbreviation, and I just straight out said, I don't know what you mean, okay? I don't use it in trading, and The one thing I can tell you guys, to be a successful day trader and to make profits consistently every month, you don't have to know everything. You have to know how to be consistent and apply your rules, and with good risk management, you can be successful using a simple strategy. There are many trading strategies out there, legends, that are successful. But the reason people fail, they blame it on the trading strategy, saying that the trading strategy doesn't work, is because they are not willing to put in the hard work. They're not willing to learn. They're not willing to backtest the strategy. They don't practice risk management, and they don't follow their rules. And then they blame it on the trading strategy that doesn't work. Okay. There are very, very simple trading strategies that are extremely effective, especially my one-line trend strategy that I've spoken about so many times, okay? Ooh, I actually didn't see that until now. A live analysis here on the price of Bitcoin. We've actually broken trend. Was this the bounce, or are we going to come down lower a little bit? Okay, let's see. The one-line trend strategy, I do have a tutorial that inside of my YouTube channel that you guys can go check out. You can keep trading as simple as a one-line trend strategy, and with good risk management and consistency, you can make profits. Okay, right, legends. Let's go through some comments. Hi, 𝗬𝗆𝗇𝗫. Welcome to the stream, Solo47. How do you find point of control? I will go and answer that. Let the questions roll in here, legends. If you guys would like to know everything or anything from a trading perspective, let me know. Okay. Point of control. Point of control is, it depends on where you want to draw. So if I switch on there's two point of controls, okay? There's a VRVP that you can switch on, and then it looks something like this. Okay, let me just switch off my other levels, otherwise it's going to look very confusing. Let me just switch off some stuff over here, my point of controls, my daily levels. Okay, there you have a point of control. And basically what it means is, if I zoom into the price action, whatever price action is on the screen, it will show me where the most amount of volume was traded based on what the price action shows on my screen. And then from this price action that you're seeing over here, the point of control is where the most amount of volume was traded. And it, in most cases, offers great resistance and support levels. You can see when the price came up here, look at how it rejected by this point of control. It tried to get through and it failed. Swing failure pattern, okay. Where you then long, you have your stop loss above the high, you come aim for the lows, or potentially even these lows over here, or a 618 Fibonacci retracement, and then damn, we went down. Just to show you guys how relevant these point of controls are. So this is the VRVP that you can go and search under indicators. Then there's another one, okay, just and this one is inside. Not sure if you guys can see my menu. Yes, you guys can see my menu. Okay, fixed range volume profile. I think the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th or the 4th option or the 5th option, fixed range profile over here. And then you can, for example, what you can do with that indicator is you want to know what is the most amount of volume traded, for example, in this little range. You can go and select it, okay, pull it, and then it will show you, okay, here's your value area high, where the most amount of volume was traded to the upside, to the downside, and inside this red line over here, that is considered, or not considered, that is the point of control. And you can see it has a high volume node here. So you can see how price struggled to break through, okay? We got rejected, or we got supported by the point of control, and now we're finding upwards momentum. So for bullish momentum to continue, simply using the fixed range profile, what you want to see is you want to see us break the value area high with high green volume kicking in. You want to see us retest it as support, and then off to the races you go. That's typically how people use this from a range trading perspective, because I mean, we have to admit today's range has been a little bit boring, just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like a real boring range. But I mean, from a scalping perspective, I'm sure the scalpers has made insane gains inside of this range. You're just longing the bottoms, you're shorting the tops, you're longing the bottoms, and you trade the range until there's no more range. Okay, right. So that's basically your value area high, value area low, and point of control. I hope I have answered your question. Okay, right, legends. So before I jump into all the questions, let's just do a quick analysis here on the price of Bitcoin. What do I see? What levels am I watching? And then we can jump into some more education. I'm making the stream about you guys, so if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. The real question for Bitcoin, how do you get the beans over the frag? Which CVD indicator do you use and how do you have them set up? How you read it for divergence? Okay, I will dive into that in a second. Right, legends. I just want to jump quickly here onto the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Legends, the one thing I've learned in this crypto space, okay, is when you are feeling confused, and it happens to the best traders in the world, where you're looking at the price action, you feel confused, you don't know which way it's going, and it feels a little bit like gambling, okay? You just follow your rules from a trading perspective, or you sit on your hands. There are many days where I just do not place a trade because I'm not sure and I feel confused. And that's often where a trading buddy is very handy, because often your trading buddy will make sense of the market when you feel confused. And when they feel confused, you'll be able to make sense of the market. And that is why it's so important to surround yourself with like-minded people that are also in the trading game if your goal and aspiration is to be a successful day trader. Okay, because you are feeding off each other's energy, and you help each other out in difficult situations. But in my case, for example, is myself and Andy have frequent conversations where he feels a little bit confused. He doesn't know what's going on. And then I help him out. And then vice versa. Andy, I have no idea what's happening here. I mean, Andy is a phenomenal range trader. Andy can make a lot of money inside ranges like this. And purely from a swing failure pattern perspective. Okay, my favorite strategy, like I've mentioned yesterday during my alpha live stream, is swing failure patterns, because I mean, you can just practice such good risk management. So, legends, I have to admit that this entire structure over here has been a really, really confusing structure, okay? And where to from now, okay? That's the question. And everyone wants to know. And even from an Elliot wave perspective, it is confusing as hell at the moment. But for me to keep it simple, are we going up or are we going down? I actually don't care. Right? I have specific levels marked out on my chart. I've got my daily, not that one. I've got my, where's my daily levels? I've got my daily levels. I've got my point of controls, and I'm ready to rock and roll. And I even have some weekly levels over here. Okay, based, as we hit any of these levels, I will observe the price reaction to see what happens at that level, which will give me a decision whether to long or whether to short. It's as simple as that. That is the strategy that I've made, or that I've had great success with. And it, you know, how can I say it? An influencer or anyone on YouTube or a Discord channel that tells you that they know exactly where the price is going, they are smoking their socks. No one knows where the price is going. Not even the best traders in the world know where the price is going. They have a strategy and they execute a trade based on risk management. This strategy involves watching specific levels and observing the price reaction as you get to that level. So let me explain that in a little bit more detail. Smash up the like. Once again, here comes the alpha. Like yesterday, here comes the alpha. So I am looking at this structure. I am looking at this structure over here. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. Are we going up? Are we going down? I actually don't care. So I'll take a fib from the bottom to the top. Okay. Now I have some fib levels. Right. And I can see we're dancing around. We've already tapped the 0.88. And there is a rule, okay, from a trading perspective. And this you learn with experience by following people that actually know how to trade, okay? There's a rule. It doesn't always play out. It's just a game of probabilities, okay? That if you had an impulse to the upside and you had a correction touching the 0.88, you increase probabilities that you're going to come take the low, okay? And how this usually works out is that you usually retrace up until you get to the 618, okay? And then you go and claim the low. I've seen this play out many times. It doesn't always play out, but it plays out more often than not. It's like a bull flag, for example. No bull flag is perfect. The bull flag is supposed to let price continue in the direction that it came from, whether it's a bear bull flag or a bull flag. bull flag. But you guys know, a bear flag or a bull flag. Okay, that's the right terminology. But it still has a 33% chance of going in the opposite direction. This is also a game of probabilities. Right, so what I'm seeing here on the chart at the moment is, when I look at the structure from the low to the high, there's a 618, and we also have a naked point of control. So when you start seeing levels aligning, that to me becomes critical decision points. Okay, where do I get this naked point of control from? When I switch on the session volume profile. Okay, sometimes it takes a while to load up. Okay, and it's not exactly, I think I have to go into the 15-minute. There we go, perfectly aligned now. Okay. So also from an education perspective, these session volume profiles represents a day. Okay, there's a day, there's a day, there's a day. So during each day, you have a value area high, value area low, and where the most amount of volume was traded. These point of controls, if they are untapped, this is why I call them either previous day point of controls or naked point of controls. This one should actually be naked now at the moment because it's not previous anymore. Okay, so I just put an N there in front to show me that it's a naked point of control. This one is actually a previous day point of control. They offer great resistance and support. Okay, if you would like to know how to trade, not just signals, okay, this is the channel for you. If you guys would like to know how to trade and how to fish, how to put the bait and the hook, and how to make the knot and the sinker and whatever the case might be, this is why I started this channel, is to educate and teach people how to trade. Okay, right. So previous day, we have a value area low, we have a value area high, and we have a point of control. What I like about this point of control is it is in perfect alignment with a 0.618. Okay, so there is not a strategy, there is a possibility, okay, because we tapped the 0.618. And if we do find strength here to the upside, I want to see how price is going to react at this level. Okay, is it going to be a swing failure, or is it going to find strength to break above and find continuation to the upside? And perhaps I will spend more time during a next live stream to show exactly what you need to look for to identify a swing failure pattern, whether it's showing weakness or whether it's showing strength to continue. But depending on how price reacts when we hit this level, this I call a decision point. This to me is a decision moment. Do I long or do I short? Where do I take profits and where do I put my stop loss? Okay, this to me is a trade. This is a trading opportunity for me over here. There's another trading opportunity by the daily level. There's another trading opportunity by this point of control. And then further down, we have another daily level at $65,217. Okay. I hope what I'm saying so far makes sense. And I'll go through the questions in a moment. Right, legends. So basically what I'm telling you guys over here is I want to see, okay, based on the price action that we have at the moment, I want to see how we're going to react. At the naked point of control at $67,565, depending on which exchange you use to do your analysis on, these levels might be slightly different. Okay, so trade from the chart that you do your analysis on. Okay. Right. That is basically what I'm looking for at the moment, legends. Further up, okay, I also mentioned yesterday during my live stream, I'm also very interested in this pivot over here because these clear pivots can also provide swing failure patterns, okay, and the one a little bit higher. What I do like about this pivot, legends, is that we have formed a fresh daily level, and daily levels and weekly levels offer great decision opportunities for a trade to the upside or to the downside. So if we break through here, this naked point of control, like it does not even exist, with high green volume kicking in, and we find support, we retest it as support, and sometimes you get that wick down just to stop out early traders or early longs, and we come up to the daily level, here is another decision moment for me, whether we're going up or whether we're going down. So definitely a short opportunity by the naked point of control and a short opportunity by the daily. Okay, and then a little bit further up, we have another untapped naked point of control. It should not be tapped by price action, okay? If the point of control is tapped like this one is already tapped by price action. I don't use it. Okay, it's invalidated. You have to find a naked one. That's why I call it naked. It hasn't been tapped by price action. This one hasn't been tapped. This one hasn't been tapped. We've got a fresh daily level. And just to show everyone that fresh daily level, when I go on to the daily time frame on Bitcoin, and I can switch off the session volume profile so it doesn't confuse anyone, and I zoom into this price action over here, fresh, untapped, open and close of a daily level that's not been tapped yet at $68,270. Okay, there's also a daily level here that's been tapped already. Can you guys see? This daily level has been tapped, and from a daily perspective, this actually looks bearish. Okay, because if you have a daily level over here, and let me just click that. If you have a daily level over here, you now have a solid daily candle close below this daily level, which means that you're most likely going to retest it and find continuation to the downside, which we have already done today. Okay, so perhaps the probabilities are higher to still come and take this low because of what I'm seeing here on the daily time frame. And it's all just a game of probabilities. Okay, right. Legends, what else? So that is what I'm basically seeing over here. Let's go quickly. I've had a question around CVD. Everyone, and I've actually had a lot of questions around CVD. Okay, I do not use any CVD indicator on Tradingview. Unfortunately, CVD indicators on Tradingview, I haven't had great success with them. Okay, they crap. Okay, let's be blunt about it, or let me be blunt about it. They suck. CVD indicators on Tradingview suck, and if someone from Tradingview is listening to this live stream, please implement a nice CVD indicator. I'm even willing to pay for it. Okay, and for now, I'm using a third-party site, and that site is called charts.aggr.trade. Ignore the __ behind it, my name. Ignore the __ because I've got a special script loaded onto this indicator. But what I want to show you guys is if I delete my script, okay, let me delete my script because a lot of people say, but mine doesn't look like yours. Okay, so let me remove my script. When you go to this website, it will look like this. Okay. Right, is there a sound issue? It sounds like people are saying the sound is not good. On my side, it looks very, very healthy. It looks like I'm peeking into the red almost. Okay, so maybe just reboot or, yeah. So, Mr. Dev, you're saying the sound is good. Right. Scott, the sound is good. Mr. Scott, audio is cutting in and out. Okay, so just let me know, guys. Let me just pull the mic a little bit down. It could be because of the then it does the noise cancelling thing, and it, yeah. Okay, so let me do that. So I can hear over the mic. Right, legends. So when you go to AGGR, charts.aggr.trade, it will look like this. It's free. You don't have to sign up. You can go and use it. This is the best CVD indicator that I have found to date. Okay. You have a little green line here at the bottom, okay, that will show you the CVD. It's as simple as that. And as you can see at the moment, you can go and play around. There's lots of settings and things that you can go and play around to make this a different color, to make it bigger, to make it move up and down. You can really go wild with the settings. But the principle of the CVD is that when you have higher price action, when you have a higher low like we have right now, and you can see CVD is over here. If CVD had to come down, okay, let's do this. If CVD had to come down before you take this low, and let's say price stops here, but CVD was over here. So the purpose of CVD is when you make a lower low on CVD and you make a higher high on price action, that is considered bullish, okay, where the target is the highest point between the two CVDs identified. More education over here. Smash up the like, legends. And vice versa. When you make a lower high, okay, let me grab my pen again. When you make a high and you make a lower high, and CVD had to do this, which is a higher high on CVD and a lower high on price action, that is bearish. Then you look for the lowest pivot between the 2 points that you've identified, and that is usually the target. bam. Okay. Right, hope that makes sense, legends. Okay, I just want to go and upload my script again. So I have a special script. Oops, let me just take this out. I do have a script that I've written, or that a friend gave to me, and just want to see, where is my script? Script, there we go. Right, if you guys would like access to the script, unfortunately, I can only share it within our Discord community. Now my CVD looks like this. It's a script. And if you're a developer, I mean, it's really easy to go and write these scripts. Okay, so all I basically did is I'm using the same price action, but I have a CVD line for Bybit, which is yellow, and I have a blue line, which represents all other exchanges combined. And what I like about it is I can move price action around, and it's just easier to function, but it still works perfectly fine just using the default settings. Okay, so I can already see on all exchanges, it looks like we want to come and claim this low over here and price action moving down. But even on yellow, we're making bullish CVD on yellow, but we've already made bullish CVD on yellow, so that's invalidated. But nonetheless, it looks like we do have some local bullish CVD building up, but I mean, we're very close to the pivot. It looks like we're going to take the low over here. Okay, because I'm guarantee if I take a fib from the low to the high, you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low over there. Right, legends. So that's basically CVD in a nutshell. Now you guys know how CVD works, point of controls, the levels that I'm watching here from a shorting perspective, and the levels that I'm watching from a longing perspective. Okay, can actually take this yellow level out now. Right. Okay, legends, let's do this. Sounds fine. Mike sounds fine. Thank you, 𝗬𝗍𝗿. Good. Watch and listen. Thank you, 𝗬𝗍𝗿. Valerie, welcome. Scott, I have no problem with the sound. Dev, good sound. The sound is great. Maybe check your connection. Okay, so the sound is good. Right. Bear flag on the 1 hour BTC. Bear flag on the 1 hour. Okay, so we do have a trend. Okay, well, let me go switch this on. I think I already have that. Let me just take some of these things out. Are you talking about bear flag? Trying to see. Is this the bear flag you're talking about? I mean, we've already broken this flag over here. Are you talking about this? Okay, I'm not really a great pattern person. Guys, I don't trade patterns. When traders start out, they usually start trading patterns because it's the easiest thing to learn when you're starting out. But I can even tell you guys that even patterns is successful in day trading. Okay, if you apply good risk management, you're consistent, and you follow your rules, you can be a profitable trader just trading patterns. Don't let anyone tell you that you will lose and be a losing trader if you only use patterns. I've seen successful traders only use patterns, bull flags, and all the pennants, and the list goes on. Right, I do not see the bull flag on the 1 hour unless we've lost this trend already. I mean, we've lost this trend. Okay, now we find a continuation here to the downside. You can see how we broke the trend, we retested it, we broke down. This is perhaps another retest for continuation here to the downside. Legends, from a larger time frame perspective here on the 1 hour, sorry, I'm getting distracted over here, but I'm just seeing this obvious level. Yesterday, during my live stream, okay, I also spoke about this pivot over here. Okay, also when you take a fib, normal fib, from the low to the high of the structure where we have the double top, okay, we have the 50%, we have a range low, we have another fib from this pivot to this high, we have the 618. So lots of levels of confluence in this area over here. So definitely a bouncing area. The question is, is it going to be a bounce or is it going to be a bounce? Okay, So definitely, I do see it as a bouncing area for potential bounce to the upside. Perhaps you only retest the underbelly resistance over here. Okay, you find resistance and you continue the momentum to the downside. So that is why it's always so important to know exactly where to take profits. Okay, you need to be out the game before the police comes. I always say I'd rather be a little bit late for the party, and I want to go home before the police comes and people get drunk and they start hitting each other. Okay, I don't want to fight over the last bit of money. Right, I want to be in, I want to be out, and not make any trouble. Okay, so legends, this to me is still a high probable trade, and like I've mentioned yesterday during my live stream, let me just clean this up here a little bit. Okay, when everyone, or when there's loads of confluence at a specific level, okay, perhaps one of two things always happens. Is you're either going to front run it with, there's a daily level just above, okay, you're either going to front run it or you're going to break it. I've seen it happen many times. I think there's a lot of people watching this level here at the moment. Where's 618, there's a 50% FIP level, there's a range low, and typically, and I've explained this so many times during my live streams, range low and range high strategies. Do you guys remember range low and range high strategies? So let me clean this up a little bit over here, and we just focus on this yellow line. Okay. Range high and range low, very powerful trading strategies. Okay. Is when you have a pump to the upside, the first retracement becomes the range low when price continues to the upside. When price comes down and taps it for the first time again, okay, usually you get a bounce. Usually, okay. If price breaks through and it starts closing high time frame candles below the level, and I would say minimum 15 minutes to 1 hour candles below the level, you increase the probabilities that you're going to come fill the gap. And you might come bounce here at $61,000. Okay. Or you get the bounce and you want to see price, not like that, not like that. You want to see price, let me do this, move away. Okay, so the rule of the strategy says that when you come and you tap the level, okay, and it leaves a wick behind and you find acceptance back above, that's where you enter. And you know exactly where to put your stop loss. And then what you want to see is you want to see price move away without tapping this level for a second time. Even if you come back for a retest, it should not tap the level again. If it taps the level again, you drastically increase the probabilities, okay, of filling the gap. If price does not tap the level, it comes back for retest, bounces on the 618 taken from the low to the high, maybe it bounces here on the 50%, 618, and it turns around, you have a high probable chance that it will even go and claim the pivots here above. Okay, so that's the rule for the strategy. So this range low is also a decision point for me. Do I long or do I short? Okay, right, legends. I promised you guys that I'm going to answer some questions, so let me go into some more questions over here. Gone through CVD, point of controls, and the likes. Right, let me start here from the top to see if I've missed any questions. Looking for a mod, I heard. Yes, Mr. Chris. Smash up the like for the alpha over here. When you go down here into the description, you guys will see. Let me just zoom in here. Let me see if I have it on here. Bitcoin census is growing. Our team is growing. Myself and Andy need help. Okay. We're on the hunt for the best community moderators. Apply here. Go click on this link to apply. Let me see what happens when I click on that link. Discord moderators. Okay. You'll need to sign in or something, and you can go and complete the form, and it will also tell you what exactly we are expecting from this role. It is a full-time role. Okay, we're preferably looking for someone to do it full-time, but we will accept part-time applications as well. And myself and Andy will then interview the legend. Also, we are looking for a technical analyst. If you can do basic technical analysis, like I've just shown you over here, you know, FIPS, where do you see bouncing areas, high levels of resistance, support. If you think you have what it takes to do basic technical analysis, I mean, you don't have to do a YouTube channel and educate or anything like that. If you can do basic technical analysis and you have support and resistances for possible bouncing areas and rejection zones, and go and apply for that role. Okay, we're looking to fill these two roles. So down in the description of this video, that is where you apply. Also, legends, as a reminder, Bluffin, really enjoying Bluffin from a trading perspective at the moment, where you get the biggest sign-up bonus by using the link down below. It's also your way to support the channel. Right. More questions. Like, sub all, how do you find the point of control? I've gone through that. Netherlands, gone through that. Real question for, okay. Which CVD? I've gone through that. Where is it going for sure forward? Value areas, confluence. Yes, I think I've gone through that. Audio's cutting in and out, Mr. Scott. I think everyone's answered that. Like, it sounds like everyone is not having any sound issues. So hopefully it's not on my side. Right. Thank you, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗽. Watch and listen. Pleasure. Are these paid roles? Yes, they are. They are paid roles. I mean, we don't want people to do work for free. Okay, that's not fair, right? These are paid roles. I mean, if we are saying full time, you can't do full time work for free. Okay, yeah, yes, you will get paid, right? What else? Thank you, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗽, for taking the time to do this kind of stream. I find a ton of value in this. I hope you can do this again sometimes. Much appreciated. Watch and listen. Only a pleasure, man. Only a pleasure. And let me know if you guys have any other trading questions. Otherwise, you know, I can just keep on rampaging here and talking here for hours and hours, educating. The market is really interesting. And guys, I can tell you now, I've been in the game for a pretty long time already from a trading perspective, but I still learn, okay? I still learn new things. But I just want to highlight the following, is that although I'm still learning, especially from an Elliot wave perspective, or someone showing me a MACD that I've never seen, or a moving average that I've never seen, is that I have a tried and tested trading strategy that keeps me profitable. Okay. So you don't have to know everything about trading to be a profitable trader, but I'm still learning. It's interesting. It's a really interesting game. And, you know, I think some women might think we are absolutely crazy, because I do know that there are way more men in the trading game than women. And I know we've got Valerie here and Irina, and always great to see them on the streams. And women most probably think men are crazy, because, and Valerie and Irina, your boyfriend, husband, if you do have a partner, most probably think you're smoking your socks, because we stare at our screens the entire day looking at candles that go up and down. That is absolutely insane. Okay, absolutely insane. Think about it. You're staring at a screen with candles going up and down and trying to make sense of it. Where is it going? When is it going up? When is it going down? Can I make some profits to the up or to the downside? Right, legends. Just want to see something here. You see, now again, so from this structure, we've tapped to 0.88. Now from this structure, we've tapped to 0.88, increasing probabilities, coming to the 618 and taking the low over here. Okay, all just a game of probabilities. Right. So you will pay someone to learn TA. Sounds great. I think I will apply. I would love to moderate the channel. I also develop websites and have experience in digital marketing automation. Mr. Kuhn, Gideon, Peter, please go and apply if you think you have what it takes. But no, we're not teaching people to do technical analysis. We're going to pay you so that you can also help us with some technical analysis. Okay, so you need to, you need to know something at least. Right. The interview process is with myself and Andy. And I mean, if we're going to throw you with a chart, that's part of the homework. We're going to put you on the spot. Like, here's an altcoin. Charted for us, right? Let's see, what do you look for? What are the levels that make sense to you? Okay. I would learn along. There was a moderator. Okay. When I joined to you, my BF started calling me legend. Yes, I think Andy started the whole legend thing. And when I started my YouTube channel, I started using the chart artists. That's what I started with. And I was just like, no, stuff it. I really like the legends thing. Okay. We've got the legends trading community. We've got legends Discord. Andy started with the whole legends thing. And I was just like, Andy, I'm also going to call my legends. It sounds legendary. Okay. So I stopped with the chart artists and now it's legends. Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗽. As soon as I get an education from you and Andy, I'll come to work for you guys. Okay. Perfect. Right, legends. What else? I wanted to also talk a little bit about some altcoins that looks juicy from a load up perspective. And I'm not talking about leverage trades. I'm talking about from a spot perspective. If you are bullish on some of the fundamentals of these altcoins, I shared this. Yes, I actually want to show you guys. Let me bring up the Discord over here. Let me bring up the Discord. I just want to show you guys what I share in the Discord every day. Myself and Andy. Okay, let me bring up the Discord. Let me do this. Drag it. Let me do this. Okay, let me do this. Here's our Discord. Can everyone see? Yes, everyone can see. Let me make it a bit bigger. I think I've got it here on 90%. Let me make it a bit bigger so everyone can see. So this morning in our Discord, these are the trades that I shared. Okay. First up was Big Time, Mr. Big Time over here. Okay. And I'm sure you guys can't see it clearly, but basically what I said over here is keeping an eye on Big Time here. Currently at the lows from the load up zone perspective, we could still see a final sweep of the lows, but I'm expecting a bounce. Then when I go back onto Big Time, let's go look for Big Time over here. Let me show you guys what I meant over there, Mr. Big Time. Okay. I mean, obviously everything is dependent on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, make no mistake. But I do like where Big Time is at the moment. I'm not too clued up at the fundamentals. I know it's a gaming token from an ecosystem perspective. But what I do like technically about this chart over here is that we are at the lows. Can you guys see? We are at the lows over here. So I've got a trend tracking this momentum because I want to catch the breakout before the breakout. This is what I'm aiming for. And I have a hunch that if we're going to break out here, we most probably going to reject here and then have the final breakout here to the upside if the scenario plays out. But what I told the legends this morning is that I'm looking perhaps, okay, from a bearish case scenario, I'm still looking for a sweep of the lows over here. But it's at a really great load up zone perspective because you might not get the sweep of the lows. You see the lows over here, and we already had the sweep. Do you guys see the swing failure pattern over here? It looks like you're getting momentum to the upside. You get a sweep of the lows, and then you have an explosion to the upside. And now again, we are at support. We are inside support. We are at the lows, okay? So perhaps a sweep. Again, what happened over here? When you get acceptance back above, you're back inside of or above support, I'm very interested, okay? You could expect the breakout, perhaps a higher low, and for continuation here to the upside. So Big Time is one that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. I've got my alarm set, and right. Then also I went through KDA. Let's go have a look at KDA. KDA just looks really great from a load up perspective. Where's Mr. KDA over here? Let's go. Right. Okay. 8-hour time frame. Let's go on to the 12-hour time frame. First, from a high level perspective, okay, taking a flip from the low to the high, we are at here, the 786 level, and we have just lost the 786 level. But it still looks great, okay? Why do I say it looks great? Because we have this consolidation area over here at the 0.88, and we have a consolidation area slightly above or below the 786 and above the 0.88. Okay, so for me, keeping it simple, you go into the 1-hour time frame because now I know we are entering major support zone. Okay, this is a great support area. Now I zoom into the smaller time frames, and now I'm tracking this momentum here to the downside. Okay, and this morning when I did the post, I was like, guys, I don't trust the breakout here yet. I think I would like to see a higher low here to confirm a breakout to the upside. And at the moment we are dumping, and as soon as we take this home, we most likely, you know, gonna go down lower. But you just wait for the trend. You just wait for the trend. So from a simplicity perspective, you could say, I don't care what happens here. I'm just gonna sit on my hand until my alarm goes off. Okay, so you don't have to stare at your chart for hours and hours and hours. Right, another one that I highlighted over here was Veracity. Veracity. Where is VRA? It's here on top. Okay, go back onto the 8-hour. Right. Okay, we're also entering major support. Okay. What I do like about these pivots over here, okay, keep an eye on these pivots. This is where I have the green box. We have a pivot over here, a low pivot, and we have two more pivots over here. So what I would like to see when I then zoom into the smaller time frames, okay, obviously tracking this massive trend here to the downside, okay, what I would like to see from a long perspective to give me confidence from a longing perspective is I want to see us sweep the lows. Okay, and it looks like this is what we're doing right now. You sweep the lows, and when you get acceptance back above, okay, not as you're falling, because you could go down much lower. When you get acceptance back above, I'm interested. I'm interested if we get acceptance back above these lows, okay, especially if we reclaim the support box over here, because then you could have that massive breakout here to the upside. But not as we are dumping like we're doing right now, okay? I'm not interested. I sit on my hands. I don't care. Right. What else was there? Okay, there's also 2 gaming tokens. Legends also highlighted 2 gaming tokens. For those of you that are heavy into gaming tokens, I've gone through a list of 10 gaming tokens or gaming platforms, whatever you want to call it, and the 2, I've charted a lot of them this morning, but the 2 that looks the best to me at the moment is okay, PYR. Why I like PYR is also we are, let me do this, 12-hour, just show everyone, when you take a fib from the low to the high, we are here between the 88 and 786 level. But what I like more is that we are currently entering major support. We have a nice consolidation area over here. We have support above these highs over here, and this is the area that we are entering. And I specifically would like to see a sweep of the low over here. If we can sweep the low and get acceptance back above, I see some great things happening over here. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be game on, but not as we dropping, okay, because we could SFP from this low as well. I'm not interested while we're dropping. I'm interested in the recovery back above these lows. And then the other one is 𝗬𝗂. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Okay. Also, at support at the moment inside of this consolidation area, also support over there. So we are entering a great support zone here at the moment. So I want to see how we're going to react in this zone. But also, when I zoom into the smaller time frames, I've got my momentum lines inside there. Is to say that, well, if I miss what's happening here at the bottom because maybe I'm sleeping, I want to hear my alarms go off. Okay. When my alarms go off, maybe I'm going to catch a fish over here. Right, 𝗞𝗔, BTC dumping. What is, ooh, guys, you know, 6-1, oh, sorry. What I wanted to highlight here is probabilities increase when you tap the 0.88, you're going to take the lows. Okay, when you take a fib from the low to the high that we've made over here, we tapped the 0.88, you're going to take the low. Okay, it's just a game of probabilities. You're going to take the low. Okay, as soon as you start tapping the 0.88 levels, there's always that possibility that you take the lows before you take the highs. And now we've taken the low. And for now, this looks like a swing failure pattern. Okay, it's getting acceptance back above, but I would like to see proof of support. I would wait for a little bit more of a range to form over here. Okay. Cool, legends. What else? 65,694 perfectly. We touched 1.272. Are you talking about fib extensions? I also love my fib extensions. Okay, what I wanted to see, this was one move. Let's reverse this. Just want to see something, yeah. Okay. Also tap the 0.382. There's a possibility that we can still come down to the 1.618. Also, what I want to see is sometimes, legends, when I feel confused, I will give myself different perspectives. Sometimes I change the chart around and I see if I can't see anything else that I'm perhaps missing. You know, flip the chart around and see if you can spot something else. You had a dump. Looks like you have momentum here to the upside, which is actually the downside. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Could this be an ABC flat here to the bottom? I think we have overshot that limit. A, B. Okay, so if this is the top, this is the bottom, you reverse it. We are currently, this is B flat targets over here. So you could find momentum back to the upside. Okay, right. I don't want to confuse anyone too much over here, but that's sometimes what I do. Okay, when you want to see a different perspective, I just flip things around and see if I can't spot anything that I can't see. Take the blinkers off. Right, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, how can I learn to understand Elliot? I understand on the stream when you do it, but when I'm left alone, Elliot waves, everything goes wrong. Yes. Irina, there's unfortunately no easy answer to it. There are a couple of free websites where you can go and, you know, just Google Elliott wave theory. There are free educational sources out there. For me personally, I have just watched hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos. I personally do not like reading. I hate reading with a passion. I absorb knowledge through audio and visuals, and that's how I learned Elliott wave theory. I try to follow influencers that actually know what the hell they are talking about, and they're not biased. They always show you the bullish and the bearish case scenarios, and those are the people that I follow. And also sometimes on their websites they have like educational courses or Discord communities where you can go and study and learn Elliott waves. Okay, but it's not easy. Elliott waves are not easy. They are very complex and difficult to understand, but man, is it interesting. If you have a basic Elliott wave knowledge, okay, you can really enhance your trading over here. Elliott wave theory also teaches you how to draw your FIB and your FIB extensions, what levels constitute a wave 1 invalidation, a wave 2, or whatever the case might be. So unfortunately, there's no easy answer to it. I've just learned it by watching YouTube videos and, you know, looking for content on the internet. Okay, right. Legends. What else? We touched. Okay, perfectly. Yes. Right. Okay, is that the level that you meant? You just don't want to let in the understand about waves. I had the same with Fibonacci. Okay, you just don't know one. You just don't want to let in the understanding about waves. I had the same thing with Fibonacci. Yes, I also see a lot of people struggle with normal Fibonacci. I mean, sometimes I fall into the trap of I think something is common sense and everyone will understand what I'm saying. Like when I take a fib from the low to the high, do you guys know how many people struggle with this? From which pivot must I pull it? To which high? Is it from this one to this one? Is it from this one to this one? Is it, where do I pull my Fibonacci, you know? And why does it go opposite? Why does it do this when I turn it around? Now the numbers are upside down. Like it sounds stupid to me because I've been doing it for so long. It's almost like second nature to me. But I sometimes need to remind myself that not everyone knows these basic things, okay? And there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Definitely, there's just nothing wrong with not knowing. I also didn't know what a Fibonacci is, okay? I had to learn. So I do try during my streams, and it might bore some people. I do try during my live streams to sometimes just remind myself I need to explain it because people won't understand. Okay. Legends, down in the description of this video, Bluffin. Guys, Bluffin. I'm really enjoying on Bluffin. And the reason I'm enjoying Bluffin is because of the great sign-up bonus. And they airdrop it while you're trading, so it's quite great. And also no KYC for a long time. I don't know how long a long time is, but I've been told for a long time. 𝗞𝗍𝗿 is going to start KYCing soon. Bybit is a KYC platform at the moment. So for an alternative platform, down in the description where you qualify for the biggest bonuses, it costs you nothing extra. Okay, you just gain. Right, legends. That's basically what I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Okay, I don't see any other questions coming through. And right, talk about BlackRock controlling the price, and they shorted and are dumping right now. They shorted massively at 70K, and it's go to 140. Mr. Paul, yes. Yesterday, I think I discussed Elliott wave theory quite in detail on the larger time frames. Okay, so when I go back here, just a quick recap for those of you that might find it interesting. Okay, if you are bearish and you think that BlackRock is going to dump on us, okay, I'll check 𝗞𝗔 in a moment. I did see the comment. Right, so let me just clean up this chart over here. These are the two Elliott wave scenarios that I'm watching from a bearish perspective. Okay. Bearish number 1, I'm looking at this structure. This structure at the moment has a lower probability of playing out, but it's not invalidated. Okay, where the high for now is in. The high is in for now, and we are waiting for a WXY to complete. Unfortunately, the Y has many targets inside of this green box. It has a target of this 0.618. Okay. Where I think there's also a 0.618. It has a target of the 1-to-1 ratio, which is a more common target for a Y wave here to the downside, and then a maximum target of the 1.236 at $54,395. So this is a bearish scenario. If you feel bearish and you think BlackRock is going to dump on us and you want to short the markets, this is an Elliott wave scenario that I'm looking at from a corrective perspective. Okay. Another bearish scenario, like I explained yesterday, is bearish scenario number 2. I'm looking at this one. This one currently has a higher probability of playing out. Okay. And when I say lower probability and higher probability is based on the waves inside of these legs, there are certain rules that have been broken, and there are always rules that get slightly broken from every single Elliott wave scenario. You have to choose the one that is the most correct. Okay. And this one at the moment carries a higher probability because it's broken the least amount of rules. Hope that makes sense. So this is the one at the moment with the highest probability of playing out from a bearish perspective. I do have a bullish one, but I'm sharing now with the guys that's mentioning here, BlackRock, they're going to dump on us, whatever the case might be. Okay, where I'm looking at a larger A, B flat to the upside. And what a B flat means that it's still a corrective structure, but it takes the highs, making people extremely bullish. We're going to $100,000. We're going to the bull market is back, baby, only to smack down. Okay. What I personally love about this scenario over here, okay, look at where C wave can end. C wave can end below at the 1.618, below this consolidation area. And the B wave will end above the highs over here. And then when I do this, let's go to heat map. This is where it gets really interesting for me, where I would actually like for this scenario to play out. If I go into the 6 month, put it on model 2. Okay, also this is a free tool for anyone to use. Okay, coinglass.com. This is where I find the liquidity heat map. Free. Don't have to sign up, don't have to do anything, it just use it. Okay. It's not loading. Come on. Let's try again. Okay, legends, that doesn't want to load up. That doesn't want to load up. What I like about that liquidity heat map is that there's a massive amount of liquidity below these lows over here, billions of dollars, and there's a massive amount of liquidity above these highs over here, billions and billions of dollars. So what I like about this scenario is that if we had to move up here, okay, and I'm still expecting us to bounce in this green box over here for this scenario to play out. So WXY to complete the B wave. And let me just clean this up so I don't lose any of you. Okay, let me just finish what I wanted to say over here. Can you guys imagine if we get a bounce in this green box and we move up to complete the B flat wave over here? You grab all of that massive liquidity above these highs, then you smack down, you grab all of the beautiful liquidity below these lows, okay, and then you get that euphoric move to the upside. Imagine that playing out from a market psychology perspective. Okay, this is why this scenario also carries higher probabilities from an Elliott wave perspective, because you grab liquidity, and then off to the races you go. You wipe out the shorts, you wipe out the longs, and then with a fresh, clean slate, you move to the upside. Okay, hope that makes sense. possible swing trade at the moment. Okay, so based on this Elliott wave scenario, just to dive into this structure over here, legends, what I'm looking at, this structure. Okay, let me zoom in here. What you want to see is you want to see a bounce inside of the green box. So this structure that we're forming here and this correction that we're now having here to the downside is you want to see us find support inside of this green box. But you do not want to see us come down lower than the 0.786 with a fib taken from the low to the highs over here. Okay, then you get the 0.786, you have a 618, you have a 50% fib level. So anywhere in this box you want to see the bounce, but you do not want to see us go lower than this. This is your X wave. Okay, if we're going to come back down lower, we're invalidating the X, and it's most probably the bigger WXY that I've just shown during the first bullish scenario. And then we can still go and claim the highs over here and even the all-time highs. So I'm looking for how price is going to react in this area. And then just quickly, legends, from a smaller time frame perspective, let me just clean this up, switch on my dailies. Okay, I am looking at $65,217. So now with this drop that we're getting here to the downside, I am very interested in two levels over here. We are dumping here to the downside. I want to see how we're going to react at this daily level. And if you've watched the stream from the beginning, you'll know exactly what this means. This daily level and this yellow line over here with a range low strategy. Okay, so if you haven't watched what I discussed about daily levels and this line over here, just rewind a little bit, you'll catch up. Okay, so from a longing perspective, I'm looking at these two areas, and then from a shorting perspective, I'm looking at this daily level and also a couple of point of controls. Okay, $67,500 and $68,264. These are decision lines for me. Right, legends. Paul, do you agree Bitcoin is ruined if one person controls the price? Yes, but there's not one person that controls the price. Do you agree it a scam if one person can control the price? Yes, I think if one person can control the price of any commodity, asset, equity, Bitcoin, then it's definitely a scam. I don't think, however, that the price of Bitcoin is controlled by one person. Okay, how do waves matter if I can control the price? Make it want to do what I wanted to do. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not controlled by an individual, okay? Elliott wave theory, do you guys know what Elliott wave theory is? Yes, they can control the price, but remember, BlackRock is not one person controlling the price. They are a business that sells to retail people wanting to sell or buy Bitcoin. So they basically a middleman. There's not a person in BlackRock that's sitting there and going, buy, sell, ha 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 ha, I'm going to trick these people. No, they get orders. So maybe they get 10,000 orders from 100 customers saying that they want X Bitcoin. That then gets bought, or they get another 2,000 orders from customers saying they want to sell their Bitcoin because they've made profits. BlackRock is the middleman that facilitates the transactions. They do not control Bitcoin. It's the people, the customers, me and you, that buy Bitcoin through a company like BlackRock that controls the price. Hence, this is emotions. And that is what Elliott wave theory is. Elliott wave theory is predicting people's emotions. That is what it is. Right, legends. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Unfortunately, I need to wrap it up. It's Friday. Go crack a fresh beer if you are into alcohol and you like to relax a little bit, or a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever floats your boat. And thank you so much for joining the stream. Smash up the like on your way out. Dropped a lot of alpha today as well. Okay, if you'd like more alpha where I go into some of the levels and explain a couple of other trading strategies, go watch yesterday's live stream as well. Yesterday's live stream was packed with alpha. Legends, enjoy your weekend. Oh, and before I finish, legends, I wanted to say that I'm not going to be here next week. Okay, I just wanted to end it up with that. Now that I still got a lot of people here on the stream, for those of you that's my loyal subscribers and that's been following me for long, I'm taking a little bit of a break next week, but I will be rescheduling some of the tutorials that I've already made about the moon phases, whatever the case might be, And Andy will be doing a couple of live streams using my channel as well, or onto his channel and my channel at the same time, just to keep the algorithm going so that the channel doesn't think that I just left. Okay, so Andy will be here. So if you see Andy's face, don't be scared. Okay, myself and Andy, we help each other, right? We are legends. And I will do the same for Andy if he decides to take a break. I will also do a stream on his YouTube channel. Okay, so for those of you, I'm taking a break next week. I need to switch off a little bit, take a break from the charts, reset my mind. Andy will be here entertaining you guys. And much love. Enjoy the weekend. And until the next one, cheers for now.